Hello, I'm John Denhoff. I'd like to thank you for your interest and involvement in the Faurecia engineering change management process. Change management affects all aspects of our business, and it is critical that we all do our part to ensure changes are evaluated, communicated, and implemented both timely and accurately. We depend on proper execution of this process not only to provide our plants and suppliers with accurate bills of material, but also to ensure the profitability and sustainability of our business. Customer quotations rely on the assessment from each stakeholder in the process. Failure to capture all costs associated with a change will result in underquoting the product, directly impacting Faurecia's profitability. Our manufacturing plants also depend on timely and accurate bills of material. We have seen cases where inaccuracies or late releases have resulted in line stoppages. This video will outline the change management process and your role in it. We are committed to providing you all the education and training needed to help you and our entire team succeed.
Engineering change is managed in two systems. The first is Galileo. This is the program data management system deployed within FIS to manage the definition of products and the interface between engineering and manufacturing. The second is the Faurecia Core System, or FCS, which is an SAP-based solution, whose core functionality is used to operate the business globally. All changes are initiated and owned by the program core team. However, it takes many team members to follow and implement the engineering change management process successfully. There are mandatory weekly program meetings to report out the progression of a change or new program launch. Let's back up to the basics. There are 4 segments to implement a change. The first is the Engineering Change Request, or ECR. During this segment, the program core team is on a strict timeline. All of the work in the Engineering Change Request is created and managed in Galileo. There are 5 statuses to the Engineering Change Request segment. The first status is Create. The development engineer, or DE, creates the engineering change request. Upon completion, it is then promoted to Submit. The second status is Submit. The product development leader, or PDL, reviews the engineering change request and determines if the change is technically applicable for further investigation. If applicable, the engineering change request is promoted to Evaluate for team assessment. The third status is Evaluate. During this status, the team of assessors must complete a calculation file. The purpose of completing a calculation file is to gather all relevant information that would impact a change. Timeliness and accuracy are critical. Once the assessors have updated all of their requirements in the calculation template, the Program Change Coordinator will audit and promote the engineering change request to Review. The fourth status is Review. The sales and/or program manager will review for cost, timing, and risk. If the engineering change request is a customer-driven change, the sales manager will assess the change first, and then notify program manager for approval of the cost. For all other changes, the engineering change request only requires a program manager's approval. Once approved, the program manager will promote the engineering change request to the 5th status, Plan Engineering Change Order. The second segment is Engineering Change Order, or ECO. During this segment, it's important to know that any errors to part setup will impact BOMs and other plant activities. When the engineering change order is created, it will automatically show on an electronic data tracking system. During this segment, the activities are implemented in Galileo by Product Engineering, the Product Data Management Group, also known as PDM team, and the FCS Engineering team. The engineering change order consists of 3 statuses in Galileo and 5 business phases. Each business phase is to reflect the activity users will view in Galileo to ensure accuracy. The first status, viewed in Galileo, is In Work, which consists of 2 business phases. The first business phase is Creation, where updating of engineering BOMs occur. The development engineer that created the engineering change order will add parts as new, revised, or canceled in order to update the engineering BOM structure accordingly and in line with SAP requirements. The development engineer will also work with the BOM analyst to discuss all colors and variations. This allows the analyst to create a manufacturing bill of material. The second business phase is validation. The BOM analyst will generate a validation report and submit it to the development engineer. The development engineer will audit, approve, and assign plant codes, allowing an accurate transfer of the BOMs to SAP. Once validated, the BOM analysts will promote the engineering change order to review. The second status, viewed in Galileo, is review, which includes a third business phase called FCS validation. The FCS engineering team reviews the EBOM for FCS concerns and notifies the BOM analyst of any issues. If there are any issues between phases 1 and 3, the ECO can always be demoted to the previous status, in work, to ensure that the work meets the highest levels of quality required for Galileo and SAP. When the FCS engineering team validates the BOM, they release the engineering change order to Design Approved. The third status, viewed in Galileo, is Design Approved, which includes the fourth business phase called Approval. Once the engineering change order is Design Approved, the manufacturing change order, also known as MCO, is automatically generated. A manufacturing change order is when the actual transfer from Galileo to SAP is complete. The FCS engineering team promotes the manufacturing change order to transfer the engineering BOM to SAP as the manufacturing bill of materials. The FCS engineering team performs the final EBOM structure check and updates the material master in SAP for the plant. The fifth and final business phase is called closure notification. An electronic communication is then sent out to the plant team to communicate that the engineering change order is complete and is ready for the third and fourth segments. The third segment is Material Master Request, or MMR. For the MMR, this is the segment for setting up SAP by notifying the plant team electronically to set up their material master views and other important data in SAP. Data views must be entered in the following sequence. Manufacturing engineering will set up work centers and routings. Sales will set up sales scheduling agreements. PC&L will set up MRP views, storage locations, and packaging. Purchasing will set up scheduling agreements and contracts. Controlling will set up accounting views. It is imperative that users correctly enter data in the critical fields within SAP, or this will negatively impact production declaration, shipping, and finance. Also, there could be significant impacts to the plant's manufacturing execution system. An example would include a part not set up with a map code. This will cause manufacturing systems to come to a halt. Another example would include the part weight. Missing part weight will cause shipment errors to the customer, resulting in a significant financial chargeback to the plant. The fourth segment is Engineering Change Notice, or ECN. This is the segment that physically introduces a change into the plant. Here, the development engineer is responsible to create the Engineering Change Notice, or ECN. The development engineer adds the part numbers affected by the change and electronically communicates to the plant engineering change coordinator for implementation. The Engineering Change Notice is a tracking tool used by the plant team to track the progress, upload the evidence, and prepare for the change. The Plant Engineering Change Coordinator assesses and assigns tasks in the Engineering Change Notice tool to the plant team. There are many plant activities happening in this process to implement the change. Tasks on the Engineering Change Notice tool include the following categories: tooling, quality, production, purchasing, sales, FES, health and safety, and FCS. When a new program is being launched, the IT department will work closely with the PC&L department to determine the configuration of the product on the outbound side and then translate and direct those needs to the preferred sequencing or bulk shipping system. Additionally, the IT department will work closely with the production line and floor engineers to translate their needs with proper setups. In supporting running engineering changes, the IT department again will serve as the hub to interpret, translate, and direct those changes to the appropriate areas based on the needs of the requests. These changes can be anything from body style changes to end item packaging changes that require a configuration adjustment in one or more systems. The plant team then performs the physical tasks that were assigned while uploading the evidence that is required to implement the change. Evidence may include PSW warrants from the supplier, PPAP documents, SREAs, and PFEMAs. Timing is critical, and delays may impact the customer. The Plant Engineering Change Coordinator will determine the amount of days the plant team has to complete their tasks. In addition to using the Engineering Change Notice tool to implement changes, weekly mandatory meetings are held to align the activities and monitor the progress of the implementation. The Plant Engineering Change Coordinator reviews the evidence provided to ensure all of the required documents were uploaded. Once the evidence has been approved for change, the Engineering Change Notice is ready for completion and approval. Final approval signatures are required from the Plant Engineering Manager and the Plant Quality Manager. Approval is captured in the Engineering Change Notice tool, which will electronically stamp the approval date and time.
What you have just viewed is an overview of the engineering change process, and your participation demonstrates a high level of commitment and dedication to the success of our business. However, participation is not enough. Success requires flawless execution, both timely and accurately, at each step in the process, each and every time. Not only does the success of the process depend on it, the success of our company demands it. Thank you.